Hello and welcome back to the channel. Pardon we could have that, but I don't think it makes that much difference, so we won't. We have just been to see the new Masters of the Universe film. We've just got out. I didn't do any before filming, apologies. So do you want to say what you think first, because I always go first?
No, fire away.
You've put my seat warmer on, haven't you?
I did, yeah.
It's pretty much what everyone said. It's cheesy fun. If you grew up with He-Man, I think you'll enjoy it. There's a lot of it I don't remember. On some characters I don't remember. Darren more so because he's a little bit older than me. But yeah, I liked a lot of the tie-backs to the cartoon. A lot of the subtle jokes were quite funny. I thought Jared Leto was really good as Skeletor. I liked his laugh. I think it was way too long. 2 hours 20 minutes for that kind of film is way too long in my opinion. I thought I would like it a little bit more than I did. I'm not saying I didn't like it, it was entertaining, but it was too long and I feel they could have done a lot more with it. I don't feel Battle Cat was in it enough. There's another character that's my favourite character that only shows up in one of the after credits, very briefly for a few seconds. They're not in the movie, which I was gutted about. Yeah, I would just say cheesy fun if you like He-Man. I cannot see that appealing to anyone that did not watch the cartoon as a child or isn't like a young child now. Not, that sort of maybe 6 to 10 bracket.
Yeah. If they're too young to need a storyline, they'll enjoy it. And if you're old enough to need a storyline but haven't seen He-Man, you'd be like,
He-Man, the masculine man. Yeah, I thought he was fine as He-Man. I can't remember the name of the actress that plays opposite him as, is it Pila or something?
Who?
The girl that he grew up
Tila.
with. Tila, that's it. You see, Darren remembers all these characters and I don't. I remember the guy with a jaw. Can't remember what his name is.
Trapjaw.
I remember Fisto and I remember Man-at-Arms. I don't remember the net guy. Battle Cat, I was disappointed wasn't in it more. I think they may be setting it up for another one or a kind of series of movies, related movies. But yeah, if I had to... Sorry, I'm not going into loads of detail because, to be fair, there's not that much detail to go into. It's for people of a certain age that have nostalgia for the cartoon. I totally understand anyone that watches that and comes away from it and says that was utter shite. Because if you don't have the nostalgia, it probably is utter shite. In saying that, I thought the costumes were all really good. I thought Idris Elba stole the whole thing, personally. I thought he was the best person in it. Adam was kind of almost a secondary character. I don't remember Adam being such a dweeb. Again, you see, there's a lot of the cartoon, I was so young, maybe I don't remember, but I don't remember him being so soft.
It was kind of.
Was it? You see, I don't really...
his flouncy white
I don't really remember much of it, but if I had to score that out of... Let's do Letterboxd. I apologise, I'm tired. I've been at a child's birthday party today. I'm all wasted up. If I had to score that out of 5, I would come in at I'm going to say 3, but I'm going to say I'm being generous. And I'm saying 3 because of the nostalgia. I did like the music. I liked the Queen needle drop. Everybody knows Brian May is doing the guitar on this. What I didn't know was The Darkness are doing vocals on it. And the one thing that stood out to me was how much stronger Freddie's voice is than Justin Hawkins. It just kicks him out of the water, really. But yeah, I did like the music. I thought the soundtrack was good. I'm surprised at the song that they used, which is very much tied to another film. But, when you know the title of it, it's not surprising they used it. So yeah, 3 out of 5 from me. I feel if you are not a fan of the cartoon, you'll go into that and you'll score it a 2 or 2.5 would be my guess. What about you?
I quite enjoyed it. I just think for some reason unknown they didn't push it far enough. They were hinting throughout the film about a social commentary about how far they're going to push things. And it just needed a bit more someone behind him saying, no, we can push it. especially when it got near end of film, there was a lot of, I don't want to spoil it, there was a lot of things where they could have taken it a little bit further.
Yeah.
And it would have made the film
it was
really
very,
good.
very safe.
Yeah, safe's the word.
Very safe.
For me though, the music, like, that really let it down for me.
Oh, I say I like the music.
To me, it was like, if you've ever had a stereo one or one of your speakers has failed and you're only getting half the music, when you listen to Queen doing the theme to Flash, that's how you do a music soundtrack. This was just...
What about the Queen track in the middle?
I want to put that in.
But you didn't think that was like, sounded good?
It sounded better, but it just didn't seem to be edited in right. It just seemed a bit obvious.
Right,
if you listen back to the Flash soundtrack, when that film's
I don't like that soundtrack.
It's thundering at you.
Just
and this
for
was
context,
just like,
Queen is my favourite band, so if Darren dare say anything.
Oh, you know, I've always liked the Flash soundtrack, but the way that the music comes in and it adds to what's taking place, whereas this was just like background music, like stood in that elevator.
You know what it reminded me of? That you're always ranting and raving about, that soundtrack, Starfleet. That's what the soundtrack reminded me of, that you're never done talking about how much you like it. Well, it sounded to me like Starfleet
blows that out of the water.
Every person I know that's seen that says one of the strongest things about this film is the
soundtrack.
Well,
they can have their view, that's absolutely fine. I'm saying my view. My view is that I just thought the music just didn't have any oomph. It was just like...
To me, it was very 80s cartoon, the sort of thing you would expect to hear at that time. Compared to stuff that you might hear now, it is dated. It is very, you know, of that era and the sort of thing you would have seen in cartoons. But Justin Hawkins' vocal, there's not much, don't get me wrong, it's mostly musical. It's mostly guitars and stuff. But near in the end, Justin Hawkins does sing some vocals. But we had already had one track from Queen with Freddie's vocal, obviously. And when you're used to hearing a lot of Brian May's guitar, because it's very distinguishable, you recognise it right away, and you're used to what Freddie sounds like over that, and then when you hear Justin over that, it just, you know, it's weak. But I'm sure Justin Hawkins was weighing himself at the prospect of being able to sing with Brian May playing. He's made no secret of the fact he's a massive Queen fan. He's even got Queen tattooed on his fingers. But he will be going a long way to fill Freddie's shoes, I'm afraid. So yeah, so if I am a 3 out of 5, what are you?
Somewhere between 3 and 3.5. I don't think it quite deserves a 3.5, but I won't go as low as a 3.
You see, me and Darren generally are the other way round. It's very much usually me scoring.
But it was the cheese aspect.
Higher.
There was so many just little tiny bits in it that were good, but there was so much more they could have done with it, and they just didn't take it that extra step. It was like to say, no, we can't do that.
I would agree with that. I would have took it a bit further with certain things they were getting away with and saying that were of a little bit of an adult nature. They could have went a bit further with it. But yeah. So anyway, that's it. 3.5, 3.25 from Darren, 3 from me. Have you seen it? Did you like it? Let us know in your comment. If you've done a review, I've probably seen it already. But let me know if you fancy watching it. I would not suggest it to anyone that didn't watch the cartoon and wasn't a fan of it, because I don't think it's really... It's odd. I don't know who the audience is, other than people of our age and young children. Right, so thank you for watching. I should be back at some stage probably this week with what I watched, and if I go to see something else, we'll obviously do a review. I am now very much looking forward to Toy Story 5 and the new UFO one that I've forgotten the name of. That looks really good. I'm looking forward to that as well. So thanks for watching. Have a very night. From Lisa Loves.